All right, so we need to work on this texture here. Get the texture working. Emissives. Make something cooler than what we have. We'll kind of go from there. Probably work on the book after this. Spammed. A lot more spammer. A lot more bots these last few days. Weird. Hello, Cookie. Welcome. Sounds good. Enjoy your day. All right. So, the jacket. We need a cooler texture for this. On this collar, it's got like a really an interesting little graph. Morning, Arctic. Hello. That's kind of what it looked like initially. This thing on the back. It apparently can use a video texture with Poyomi. Apparently, what am I looking for? Decal. Apparently there is a video texture. Where did I see that? Right here. Just says video texture. But let's say here. Okay, look for that. That is in special effects. I do not see it. Boyomi video texture. It's 4 years old.
The overview and tutorial.
Willow Harper. Welcome back, Willow. Hello, thank you for the follow. Might as well just use the flip book, though. Am I even going to use it, though? I don't think so. Probably not. Let's just get a cool image to put here. Some sort of like sci-fi screen stock. Texture. Might work kind of well. Hello, ASAP. We are welcome back. Indeed, first. Hello, hello. How's your day going? Biggest problem I've ever faced? There's just a lot of technical issues with this kind of work. Like if you don't know something, you just don't know something. And it can get quite challenging to really solve certain issues if you don't have any clue what the solution should be. Change the mask a little bit right there. I find that's just kind of generally true for any sort of technical work. It could just be very, very difficult to know how you're supposed to change something. Mm. The biggest technical one. No, just a lot of small problems that just add up over time. Hello, Rockmon. Welcome. Why isn't this working? Can I not choose the internal map UV? Weird. Okay, well, we won't use that one then. Still really odd. Just not working the way I would expect it to. Alright, well, we'll leave that alone. Shall leave that alone. Alright. Doesn't really look like depth. And the bots are out in force. Okay, enough of this. I don't need this. It's not working anyway. Yeah. Looks a lot better. Just standard. Alright, and then we'll tile this value like so. Then we have a bunch of controls on the emission and things like that as well. Just broke because the mask broke. All right. Now let's hit play. See what it looks like. Okay. Jacket saturation doesn't seem to be doing anything. Change the hue. Change how bright it is. Adjust this mask, get that a little bit lower. Ooh, I still feel like I'm waking up right now. Oh shit, well what's a reference layer? How do I get rid of the reference view? Or if it is just a reference, will it export? There we go. Alright, now it's not getting cut off at the bottom there. Beautiful. Alright. Lastly, we just want to double check that toggle for the saturation. This does not seem to be changing anything. The decal color. I think I'll just remove this for right now. All right, and that should basically be it. That should basically be it. So let's go ahead and move this here. And actually, sorry, we will drop it back in. We're going to do a quick upload test. Miles Cyberpunk private mission. The texture usage is too high. What are we trying to get under? $110. Okay. I have to repack all those maps now. This one's, I could have just done this one. Hello, Spixie. Welcome. Hope you're feeling better. I am feeling better today. Still tired, but surviving. Oh my god. Body's at 4K. That would do it. I didn't realize the body was at 4K. There we go. Okay, let's do that comparison again with the other objects. Okay. Good. And the other one should be fine, but we should check. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so now we know we can upload. Let's turn on the cyber jacket. Drop them here. I should make some coffee. I'll make some coffee. I'll be right back. Made. Coffee made. Oof. Ah. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. Bum 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 bum. Ah. Oh. Taking a while to upload. It shouldn't take this long. Hello, Snardum. Welcome. Good morning. Build to build. Error occurred. Nice. Try that again. All right, that's much faster. There we go. Something wrong with my internet then. Sleepy today. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. All right. That didn't help. I haven't heard back from the guy struggling with my bass, so fingers crossed I managed to fix his issue. Oh, might as well include the, well, you probably already did, but you can include the Go Go Loco in your Gumroad package. That's how you're sharing it. Nice. Hmm. Yeah. I never made a thumbnail for Renoir. I will have to go back and do that. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ah. Ooh. Ba 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 blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. All right. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Bum 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 bum. All right, things are working. Things are working. Beep ba boop ba 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 boop. Ah, ooh. Things are working. Things are working. I swear I saw something for a second. Hello, hello, hello. Beep ba boop ba beep ba boop. It looks really good. Nice. Floppy. Okay. Made a Unity package with GoGo Loco included. Told them to make a fresh project with VRC Fury and Gesture Manager. I'll include a picture, how to install the package, and what scene to drop into the hierarchy. Did you have any trouble yourself with GoGo Loco? Odds are that if he's new, he may just not know how to set it up properly. So he's actually having problems since he dropped the FBX in there instead of the preset scene. Oops. Hello, Enzo Stans Canelli. Welcome back. I love your Godzilla enthusiasm. I will not test any Godzilla avatars though, but I appreciate the thought. Now let's do Unity package. Right there. Miles v2 or Miles update 1.0 initial upload. Okay. No, I did it right. I don't think I know how to do tequila shots. Put the lemon in my eye, snort a line of salt, and then threw the tequila away as intended. Customers probably when they say they did nothing wrong. You're not wrong. Ugh. Honestly, it looked like he did exactly the same mistakes I did when I bought my first Avatar base. Yeah, I think you gotta. It's tough to know, to be in that perspective of like knowing before. Like what was my perspective on how to do these things before I knew how to do these things? I have no idea. Hard to keep that perspective, I think. All right. Go ahead and share this, copy that link, send this to the client. I'm just taking some screenshots right now. All right, there we go. Messages sent. Unity is complicated and you don't know what all the things are. But you see the creature and know you're supposed to drag and drop stuff, so you do that with the thing, and that looks like the Abbey itself. Fair, it's not all that easy. Didn't really know what a scene was until mine accidentally uploaded itself. Thought I literally lost months of work down the drain. Unloaded itself. I was making my third from scratch avatar. I'm not in the selling avatar business, so I don't make mine as frequently, but almost every time there will be something new or old I run into go dough for the dozens I have made. The learning never stops, I can assure you. It is not unrelenting in its teachings. All right, let's make a backup copy right now. And we'll call this uploaded version. Funny though, when I learn new stuff in Blender, I don't feel smarter, just more empowered. And knowing that when I want to use this new knowledge, I'll have to go a deep dive into the topic first, so I'm still dumb. I mean, you can't know what you don't know. The curse. Until you can download AI into your brain. All right. So now we're going to work on the book. That's been a while. Been a while. So I worked on the book. Oh, my brain. My brain. So we're going to make the pages, the actual interior pages of the book. That's my plan for right now. Mm. Oh. Man, I want some snacks right now. Want some snacks. So for our pages here, my initial thought was to use some geometry nodes to make some pages. That's too complicated. So we're going to go to layout. Oop. And take these pages, get rid of that geo node. And how many pages should we have is the real question. This is going to be the high poly version. This is not the, this is the version we're going to bake. I'm going to solidify it first, I think. Should have some thickness. But I definitely want some like it should be like worn, beat up. Let's look up some beat up books. Old books. Yeah, something like that. That looks really cool. I think I will use geometry nodes then. Or we could make a texture. Congrats for the 1K subs. Thank you, Pablo. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's going to be easier to make as a texture, I think. The blur slope node is going to be perfect for that. Hello, Pablo. Well, hello, Pablo. You don't see it anymore. Can't be held to my past weirdness. Hello, hello. Hello, Pablo. How did I say it? I can't remember. Yeah, we could just use a texture for it. So, I mean, if that's the case, then we don't really need high poly. We'll just do everything. Oh. Hmm. I still want to use geometry nodes, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I'm a sicko. I'm a sicko. So from this front view, we can subdivide the mesh. Now we can set the position. And the position will be random. Or it should be an offset, actually. Random vector. But we only want it to move horizontally. And we'll scale this. scale this by a value that we multiply. 5.001. So I can actually have some sliding here. Cool. It's kind of cool. Oh, let's turn off these other modifiers for right now. And I'll actually create a vector really quick. Combine. So vector. As I want another value. Here, which will just be 1. There and there. And 0.1. Or here. So that way we'll still get some change. And then we'll do multiply by -1 for min, then the max will be this way. Then we'll shade smooth. This. It's pretty good, honestly. Now, the trick is we don't want to do this for the whole thing. We only really want the edge to be rough. Edges to be rough. So we'll do our selection with edge neighbor. Pair. Let's be an int. There we go. Now we've only got the edges that are moving. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Then we'll extrude this. Very, very thinly. The thinnest. So this makes a page. We like that. Also want to do this a bunch of times. So we're gonna put this in here. We'll call this page creator. We'll do random value. Cool. Then we want to repeat this quite a few times. How's it going? It is going. Going well. We're making a little page creator. We finished up the boy. Now we're going to work on making a high poly version of our page here. Or of our book. We got our book, making pages. How's your character modeler course doing? It's going very well. Appreciate you asking. We're doing an advanced course now and an intro one again. So at the moment, both are going. They're going well. All right. So when we repeat, we take a new one. And I'll say we'll just move the previous one over by 0.001. Cool. Every time we do this, we want to take the current integer, will be a float here. We'll call index. It starts at 0. And then we add 1 and put it back. Or we do that, use that as the seed. So now we'll just keep going. How did I learn geonodes? Good question. By going insane. Hard to say. I feel like I wait, what's going on? I say I'm moving the index, I meant to move the iterations. Went to Italy, ordered tons of spaghetti. I really just followed tutorials and played around with it. It just took time, but having simple projects to do really helps where you're not trying to do something big. Like a lot of times it's like, oh, I have a plane and I want to make the edge of it thicker. That's just a kind of a simple task, right? Can be complex to learn at the start, but just by doing a lot of small things and by keeping it small, I can do it again and again. Excuse me. And eventually, it worked out. And eventually I got somewhere I wanted to be. This will be page variation page noise. I mean, I could do each one actually, but we'll just say XZ range. Start at 1 as a default. This will be page noise Y range default 0.001. Now we can go up. And now we can make them as wrinkly as we want. A few other things I'd want to be able to do is, no, page counts on the other one. This is just for each individual page. So to determine the position, it's the page creator, and then we'll have the, I suppose it's a ream creator. What I want is to determine the thickness. So we'll do an integer or a value of, start with 0.1 and good morning, Wendy. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. Oh no, actually, that's fine. Combined should be the Y value here. So this will determine how far it goes. So, oh, interesting. Not evenly, apparently. How did I manage that? I've successfully spiraled around the sun once more, so it's an okay day, I guess. Well, happy birthday. My birthday's coming up pretty soon as well. It's August 1st, so I'll be there pretty soon. Why am I messing this up? So I take the integer, And I have the distance I want to go. This is the distance. And I divide the distance by the amount of times. So this should be the increment. We fit nicely in the lull between holidays. That's true. That's very true. Then I take the value and multiply it. So it should be Is this right? I'm confused. We have the distance divided by the amount. So this is how far each one should go. Should work on something for yourself on your birthday before class. Yeah. Was this fascinating set of GeoNodes for it? We're making pages for a book. So I want to bake the high poly version here. But I can't figure out why it's more on this side than there are on this side. It seems to skew towards this direction. It's like, so we have the total distance. All right, let's be more specific. We have the total distance here. This is how far I want it to go. I divide that by the amount of pages. That gives me my increment. So that'd be the space between each page. And then when I want each position, I take the increment and I multiply it by the index, the lowercase index. Index times the page number, and maybe work on your owl for your birthday. I really should. One step closer to VTuber. I would like to. I think that'd be super, super fun. I could just... Instead of trying to get it every time, I could take the group and call this position. This will be interesting. Position. Give it a float. And we have the position here. And every time we want to move the page, add the increment here. We pass it along. It's still staggered. I don't understand. What am I doing? I have a concept for a character I want to make for myself. He's going to be like an owl-themed character. Is he in here? I feel like he was in here. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Green. There we go. This guy. I'll make this guy here at some point. Start on him. Not really sure what to think of him, but that should be, or when I'll have the time. So I'm pretty excited though. Pretty excited-reno. Oh, I see why. It's because I'm offsetting. So I did do the math right earlier. I see. Okay. I get it. It's because I'm offsetting more and more. I don't want to offset the ones I've done already. I want to take the page and I want to set it at a position. Or I want to set the other page. I don't want to set all the geometry. I want to set the new page that we're making. That makes sense. Okay. So I take the increment. We don't need this position anymore. Take the increment and multiply it by the index. Put it into the Y position. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Now they are evenly spaced. Not math. Hey, math is good. Coming from an artist, I will safely say that math is really it's the only thing. It's the only thing. If you want to do anything, math is going to help. Anything you want to do, math can help with. Anyway, just say yes. But we figured it out. I figured out what was going on. My math was right. I was just adding it at the wrong time. Oh. Notice this big old stretch right here. Big old stretcherino. There we go. Is that how you did the pages in your last book? No, I did not do high poly last time. The pre-Geo age. Exactly. Long ago. Long, long ago. Back when people didn't do math all the time. Oh, I'm missing, of course, I'm missing the back half here. There we go. And then I think I want a little bit more variation on this. I'd like each page as it comes out to also get a little bit of variation. I put my money on bones. Channel points. How are you planning on this one opening up? I already have the logistics of it opening worked out. Oh, my test book. So we have the mesh that I'm going to bake to. Well, I'm going to only bake to half of this, but so I need to bake half. But so we've already got it. It's just rig. It's just all rig at this point. I'll need to do a limit so it doesn't pop through like that. But pretty proud of it. And the back bends nicely. So I made a really simple version to figure out how I want to move it. And then we're just going in and making the high poly. I'm going to make a collection now for pages. I'll put this here. Page generator. Looks great so far. It does. Thank you. Thank you. Then I can turn it into an instance here. Then we can scale. It's a little bit faster, actually. Did I mention I hate retargeting rigs? My setup is now done. It is glorious. The batch system doesn't work with this add-on, it seems, but one FBX at a time will have to do. I'm loving it. Are you working with I love Auto Rig Pro's retargeting is pretty nice, but it's still manual, not a batch retargeting thing. That's pretty cool, actually. Maze generator? Almost. Sorry, I'm getting a call, everyone. One moment. All right, I'm back. Combine with GRT to bake to game rig and maintain a control rig to actually use a control rig to fine-tune mocap import data. Oh, interesting. Excuse me. This should work. I should be able to delete the edge this way. Greater than 2. Edge, neighbor. How do I select the edge neighbor? The boundary. Hello, Ariso. Welcome. Should be able to grab the edges here. Doing good. We're making a page generator right now. Hello, Kaveric. Welcome. Very cool to catch you work. I think I just got your form in, so I was looking at that this morning. I'll be reaching out to you on Discord. Both sides are per page edges. I just thought that this edge neighbor comparison would let me... Oh, maybe I have to... Gotcha, that's what it is. I wanted to select the faces, edge neighbors, face count. Maybe what I need to do is I do faces and then blur attribute. How would you split this open? I'm just going to bake half of it, half the book. I have some downtime after Androcon work. Nice, exciting. This is the high poly. This is baked onto the book we saw earlier. Exactly, yeah. So this will be a texture in the end. It won't be a actual geometry on the thing. Interesting. So I can only delete points. Guess we want to do points like that. And then we want to do an end. Cool. Now I am deleting the edges here. It's hoping it'd make for a nicer edge. I guess not. It does make for some chunkier edges. There we go. Now we got some rips and tears in a few spots. Helps add some roughness to the edges there. Cool. Then I want to delete loose edges. Delete loose. Or I can just delete edges. The face count of 0. Delete all points with only one connection. I beat you to it. I beat you to it. All right, that certainly looks like a book. I do wish the positioning here was a little nicer. Try blur attribute. Capture attribute. Love that. position. Outer points. That's the one it gives me. Actually, I want to do this before we do the randomness. So take this, Control G. We'll call this smooth position. Wait, didn't I already do that? I'm doing that right here. I'm doing that right here. I'm literally just doing it twice. So in that one, I'm just blurring the edges. Would have definitely suggested that too. Sorry, now I bet you're about to type it. I spoiled it. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. All right, so this is the smoothing that's happening right here. That's the smoothing. I want to smooth before. There we go. That's what I was expecting. A little roughness. Oh, excuse me. And we're actually going to take this random value again. We're going to get a float, 0 to 1, that uses the seed. No, we'll do Boolean. Take this, do a value. So some pages may not be ripped at all. Multiply these two together. Some pages shouldn't be ripped now. Okay, still looks a little ripped. So we'll cut that, take it here, call this value paramount. Terry. Zero tearing, 0.1, 0.2. Looking really nice, thank you. It's a little hard to see. I don't know if I should actually be using the smooth. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should add a. Oh, actually, let's go back in here. When we extrude, and join. We do need to merge them back together. That's annoying. I don't like that the extrude works like this. Oh, let's add just a edit weighted normals on here. That didn't do anything. We will remove that. That didn't do jack shit. Do, 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 do. All right. A little less beat up there. All right. We're going to smooth one more time. One more time. No, I take it back. I do everything else I want with the texture. Let's do just 100 pages. Smaller thickness. Cool. One thing that might be interesting is that for the page, for the offset, I did use a random value for the offset. If I don't do that, I was hoping they'd have like a value together. Out of curiosity, do you dabble in worlds too for personal/professional motivations, or are you almost exclusively an avatar artist? Focus now. Oh, you're fine. I would say I love making worlds. They just honestly a lot of time. Like avatars, it's all a lot of time. So it's hard to juggle both. I do hope to make more D&D related things and make more modular assets. So instead of trying to make worlds, I think I'd try to focus on making like Legos to make worlds really quickly. I don't want to spend time making a perfect world. I'd rather give myself things to make, if that makes sense. I think that's kind of where my focus is right now. If I'm going to do world stuff, I'm going to be trying to make like modular assets, because I don't want to be making kind of like one-off things. Interesting. Worlds feel a bit more comfortable to me, but that might be because I have hard surface background. This world is me a problem. I want to make things, not import assets, and a world contains a lot of things. Exactly. Yeah, I think I get kind of lost in lost in the sauce there. Just really focused on making everything. And it just becomes too expansive. A character kind of is nice because it's very contained. Just making that person. So I suppose it's more of a me needing to just focus on making on knowing that I have that issue and trying to address it, I guess. Scope creep, it's a thing. It is a definite thing. The ghost, the specter of many failed projects. We're gonna get a little weirder here. So I know I want it to be right in the middle. No, I don't need to do that. I can do it manually for right now. I could just say we're at this distance. The Y, excuse me. Copy. Paste. There we go. Now we're at 0. Halfway. And over here, and there will be an ocean, random bystander width on the other side. Me, oh shit, here we go again. And I think a lot of times too, I made the one world I did make that I think compelled me the most was I made it's called Vampire Comic, I think, but it's like a little immersive comic. Made it quite a few years ago now, maybe 4 years ago. That's what I think I would most likely return to if I was to make a world. It wouldn't necessarily be to make like an environment. It would be to make more like awesome vampire comic. Thank you. But it would probably be more to make like a some sort of movie or more entertainment. Less of a world, more of a experience. I don't know. Yeah, you beat me to it, Snardo. You beat me to it. You stole my words. Anyway, I know that's perhaps a little more than bargained for in terms of response, but let's turn on a line like this. Oh, it's not going to show up. Oh no, there we go. Ooh, that does look really good, actually. I really love how they're intersecting there. Oh, that gives me like a lot of little details for free, I think. Crunchy. Crunchy. I think I will get rid of the extrusion on the pages. And I'd rather just extrude with a modifier because that'll give me a little bit more control. A little stranger, but now when I add a solidify, wait. Oh, I have to, right. I would have to turn it into geometry. If I don't do that, then I will get an ID map for each of them. Actually just fine being thin. That actually looks a little bit better than being perfectly thin, I would say. I would say. Cool. Yeah, that actually does look a lot better. All right. A little bit more variation. Sorry. A little bit more variation. But we're going to smooth brush. Smooth brush. Oh no, this is a person. That's how I look at some of the Resonite worlds as well, like the Grease Pencil Experience world. I forgot the name of the JP community. Oh, I missed a few comments here. Recently made friends with the guy who does the fireworks show at Virality. He pumps out small, cozy worlds in a day. It's insane. Well, I will have to check that out. And I need to learn something from people who are making worlds that fast. Scope constraints. Hello, Airwave. We are making a page generator. So we have a book that we made, this Necronomicon kind of book. And it's looking quite nice, but we need to make some pages for it. We're going to bake the pages into a single object. So right now we're just kind of experimenting with it, but it's coming out quite nice. Quite nice. Yeah. Yeah. And what I'd like to do is randomly transform it. Constraints of Planet are your friend. You wouldn't make an avatar without a ref sheet. 100%. I mean, you could. It's just, yeah. And then I'll do random range, random value from 0.9 to 1.1. And we'll take my group input over here, drop the seed in there. Why doesn't that work? Oh, because it's not a field. Oh. Okay, then we do want to set position again. But this time, instead of I don't want it a random. This is still going to be a random per point. Making bacon pages. Making bacon. Usually make mine without ref sheet. I have to say it so I can't disappoint myself later. This is how exactly should look. Yeah, it's still random. Which I suppose on some level I don't mind. But that's not what I want. And the reason you're doing this, GeoNode is not a height map normal shader you're baking. I will be bringing it into Instamat to do additional texture work. So this is kind of just the starting point, per se. Per se. Mostly just see if I could. I like making generators. You know, if I can turn a project into something to learn from, then it really tickles me. But I do tend to kind of bite my own, to disrupt my own projects, sabotage my own projects. Probably the best way to put that. Oops. Let's do -1, 1. I do like that little bit of movement there, though. Very subtle variation there. Procedural generation is a magical thing. It is. I get that. I was just wondering why not do a bake from a shader instead of a bake from geometry, if that makes sense. No, it does make sense. Rather than just make a texture. GeoNodes is really my love. I love GeoNodes. And eventually there's going to be a lot more I can do with GeoNodes than I think with just a shader alone. Because I think the long-term direction for GeoNodes will probably be a bit better, a bit more. There'll be even more control to be had. Because eventually, I think geometry nodes you will be able to control, combine it with shaders and things like that. Even right now, I could give all of these a little bit of color or something with an attribute. Better, higher quality for same performance, if not better. I mean, shaders definitely have their place, and you can make geometry with shaders, right? If you use it as a displacement map, if you turn it into a displacement map, then you can actually make your high poly that way. I don't know, mostly just goofing around right now. It's kind of an off day for me because it's my Friday, and I just finished my mission for this week. So I will not be streaming tomorrow or Friday, Thursday or Friday, because I will be traveling. I've got Sorry, let me fix my camera really quick. Yeah. Got some family stuff to attend to this week, so I'll be traveling starting tomorrow. It's gonna be a quick week. Long week, quick week, something like that. Long, quick week. I still want to make a little bit more variation. I'd like some of these to pop out a little bit more. So for each of these, I could scale here. I think that's what I'll do. So rather than doing it in the page creator, we'll do it outside of that. And we'll do a random value here of 0.9 to 1.1. I'm doing the Y, but I should do the Z. And then we want to change the seed based on the index. Something like that. There we go. That's more what I'm looking for. And then I think we'll want to do a multiply right here. A also random value, this time a Boolean. That should, oh wait, and then we need to press the seed every time. So that way. Or no, that would be over here. So it's still going to 0 add. So we're always adding something. I'd rather it be a switch. A float. That. Oh, and then output goes here. No, goes right here. And 0.98. Man, the scaling is just so strong. Oh, I'm adding, duh. 0.9, 1.1. Okay. Now we got a nice little variation here. We'll get a value. 1 or something. And then a value of 1. Math. Add. And subtract. Boom. 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 Nice. Nice. All right. Now we can lower the probability. That's the other way. Swap these. So it makes more sense. Less probability. More probability. It's still a little bit too much variation. And I think And it is just on the vertical axis. I think it'd also be nice if it was on the X. Gorgeous. Very minimal. Does look pretty cool though. Hurt my thumb, and now working on Abby's is going to be hard. I can't believe it. Oh no. What'd you do to your thumb? Some weight paint on it. Nail injury, don't know how to explain it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're back. You're recovered in no time. That definitely sucks though. Now, the only thing that bugs me about the noise here is just that we would expect there to be some uniformness to the noise. Every page is kind of going a random direction right now. Also, there should be fall off towards the end here. Towards the end, it should straighten out. They should compress towards the end. So we delete the geometry, we smooth the position, and then we set the position right here with this offset. What I can do is multiply this scale value by the position. So we'll do a position, and we'll take the X position. We'll map that range from 0 to 1. And then multiply this again by this value. Pretty close. Looks like we need to flip it. It's pretty close to what we want. Why doesn't it work that way? Maybe instead of a map range, we could do, or we could do, what do they call that curve? GB curve? I would assume that by mapping the range, oh, I see. I need to do from -1 there. I'm saying we get the position, we get the X value, then we take the X value and we map it, and it's clamped, so it shouldn't be that much different. My understanding would be that it would take this and we get a 0 to 1 going this way. That's what I want. That's what I want. I think I need to capture the position. Capture this as an attribute, then map it. Multiply by -1. Well, I do have here, if I go to 0, 1, we get at this, then I could, oops. Let's try, multiply -1. The problem is just that when I map this, maybe from 1 to 0, is that since it's a position value, this is 0, this is 1, and this is -1 over here. So that's the value. I would assume that the map range, but that's what we get from this, the actual x value. Then I would have assumed that with map range, well, I guess. Okay, we can undo the clamp. Maybe the clamp is the issue. I was a trouble map nodes. Yeah, maybe. I guess this is what I want right here. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I think that's good. Shit. Should have been the other way. Okay, cool. Now they straighten out here at the end. All right, beautiful. Let's bake it. So, we got this. We got our test book. What we'll do make a cube right here. Add a modifier. GeoNode. New. Drag in the page generator. Oh, thank you. I'm going to realize them instances from the generator right there. And we'll just mesh it. Hide the original. This is the GeoNode. Put right here. And then this is the poly. And we're just going to move it around. Right about there. Right about there. Okay. Right, the Necro book is a little bit smaller. So we'll take the page test, send this over to pages, hide test book, take this one, delete half of it, and get it to fit. It's pretty good. And we'll call this Necro pages low poly, actually underscore low. Necro page underscore high. And they'll do for the low instance duplicate, which we'll call Necro page underscore page. That rhymes. Get rid of the armature. Get rid of the armature. On the cage, we'll add a displace. 0.01. Probably even smaller. 0.005. I don't see anything clipping, poking through. I think we're good. I was going to redo the page generator. Next time I would delete the middle of the grid and only do changes to just the edges themselves. And keep the actual pages super, super low poly. Yeah. All right. So everything's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and select the cage, select the low poly. We're going to do FBX, go up to bake, necro cover. Actually, we'll make a new folder for necro. We'll say pages for now. And this will be pages, pages. All right, then select just the high poly and export pages, high poly. Okay. And the low poly is unwrapped, right? Pretty sure. Oh, not well, but it is unwrapped. Excuse me. Okay, good. No, it does have a standard. All right. So now we'll do Instamat. Hmm. Oh, have I only been working with this one? Oh boy. Dang it. Oh, that's not that big of a deal. That's a little annoying. Okay. So make a new layering project called pages. We'll select our pages mesh. Create without template. Here we go. We'll save this. Then we'll go to these. They should all be 16. And what I've realized working with Instamat is that you should bake TIFF files. You should not bake PNGs. Bake your files as TIFF. TIFF. And we have a cage, so this should be 0. Do not ignore back faces on this one. And use cage. And then ambient occlusion should be set to, let's say 8 for now. We'll turn that up in a little bit. Does it support EXR? Let's see. Yes, we have EXR here. We'll give that a shot. And uh, interesting. That does not look very good. Let's look at the images. Wait, did it bake anything? It doesn't support EXR. Strange. Try that again, TIFF. Bake. This looks like nothing. I am getting a little tired of baking an Instamat. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it just fights me the whole time. My normal's correct. I mean, there really isn't. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's do solidify. Just not enough thickness, I guess. And the edge of normals are really rough. Then that makes it so smooth again. I feel like the normals are they changing too much? Why is it? I guess it's just because they're flat? Hmm. This looks a little bit better, but that's probably because of this outline option. Just so smooth. Too smooth. Not a problem I expected. Let's try exporting the high poly with the solidify, seeing if that changes anything. Just a random suggestion, since I had this yesterday with normals. Do you have any modifiers bound to certain vert groups, or are you transferring normals from somewhere? I don't think. No, there shouldn't be any influence from elsewhere. They're just the geonode, just the yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, too crazy, too wild. That's my middle name. Okay, we should have re-imported it now. And we'll try baking one more time. I should at least be getting some ambient occlusion in here, though. Like, holy moly. But I guess because the pages were so thin, that there is no normal to sample from that direction. Because they're infinitely thin. There's literally nothing else it can sample. So you have to have some thickness. Looks fine visually in Blender, but when it comes to baking, there would be literally nothing else there. All right, that's not much better. Not much better. Very disappointing results. I think a shader is probably the way to go. That's a bummer. Why is it so bad? You know what? I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna save this. And I'm really set on trying to use Instamat, but I want to compare. What does the bake look like if I do Substance? I need to know. I need to know. Let's go ahead and re-export this one. That's the cage. And then this one has the low. Not that I need a cage for this one, but whatever. All right. Well, good to know it is just as garbage. It makes me feel a little saner, a little bit better that it is just as bad. So that means that the real issue is the resolution. So let's go back to Instamat really quick. You're reading my mind, Snartum. Get out of my head. Still not much better. Man, huh. All right. Okay, so shaders. Time for some shaders. Bummer. Okay. Where do I want to build that? Instamat's probably going to give me the most options. Do I want to change how I've set up my UV maps? Because right now, I have this kind of, I have the pages and then the edges. I'd probably want to separate the edges completely. And then have them kind of run across, I think. Yeah, something like this is really all I can think of. It'll be a little bit more like a trim sheet. Okay. So then in here, we'll make a new graph. And we'll reload our low poly. Or actually, we'll add pages low here. Then drag this into our project. Well, at least make it so our preview is the preview mesh. Our main concern at the start is to figure out, we'll go ahead and rename this right now, book pages. So stripes is our first concern. And we'll make an output right now. Base color. Start this one. Okay. And tilt 0. Width doesn't matter right now. I want the count to be a lot higher. A lot higher. A lot higher. Say like that. Does start reaching the range of basically imperceptible after a certain point. But that looks pretty good. Then we'll want to add something like a warp. And this is pretty strong. We'll use a softer, some sort of noise. That's kind of nice. It's a 3D noise. So we are actually warping it 3 dimensions. Doesn't seem to be affecting everything evenly because we're not using a normal mesh. What is this? Why is it using this one? Use this one, please. Still not very good. Okay, disorder was a big part of that. Turns it into this Voronoi. Do we have any other mesh noises? Noise. Something softer. Purlin looks a lot better, a lot more enticing there. Not bad. It's a big difference between all of these. All right, actually, let's turn it back up. Say something like just 1. And then go to the warp and just turn down the intensity. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Okay. There we go. So now we get a little bit of variation. Good. I like that. Then what we'll start making a few other outputs. First, we'll make the normal. And we'll take our grayscale and do height to normal. Drop that right here. Pretty intense, pretty strong. Do a strength of 0.1. Don't really know what that does there. Cool. So there's the edges. Let's make a mix. So we'll need just a solid color. One white, one black. And then we'll do a blend, these two together. Get the foreground over the background. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Boop. Then we'll do a transform. Here. These really should just be grayscale right now. Why is it so zoomed out? Oh, fuck. Weird. Why can't I can't see that image, but it's like literally 4 pixels across. Strange. Hello, pop star. I'll just do a shape instead of a solid. Oh, that's why. It's because it's a solid color. It doesn't have any dimensions. It's just a color. I should have been using a box and a solid color. That's why. Yeah, there's literally nothing there. That makes sense. Just woke up. Well, good. Yeah, we can actually just do this. Grayscale. Wood. The width will turn up. Actually, we'll turn them both up. Then just adjust our bottom here. Okay. And then we'll do a blend. I don't know, set it to. I should swap these. All right, there we go. Some sort of pages. Oh. Oh, all right, I will be stopping the stream in just a moment. Going on lunch. Still a little sad about my book not baking well. Spent so long on the geonodes. Sadness. That's okay. Win some, lose some. But it is time for me to go ahead. Baking looks scary. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Certainly, I'll help you through the process. The knowledge contained inside that book, though, I bet you learned a lot. I did enjoy the GeoNodes work itself. When it comes to a Blender project, I'm certain I have really learned quite a bit. It's not always so bad. Yeah. I think I could just probably make the pages a bit thicker, and we can get something better. But for now, we'll leave it. For now, we'll leave it alone. But again, thank you all for hanging out today. Failures are learning opportunities. Exactly. But I do hope you all have a great rest of your day. Again, I am not streaming Thursday or Friday, so this is actually the last stream for the week. I will be back Monday. Definitely hit that follow and subscribe if you're new. But thank you all for an amazing week. Lots to look forward to next week. We'll be kind of getting really back into the rhythm. A lot of commissions, a lot of other projects. Enjoy your lunch. Remember, the beans are always watching you. Big one page, then array page with notes. It's not a bad idea. I like that a lot. Enjoy lunch. I will. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Actually, let me if you would like to just reach out to me while I'm gone, I'm going to go ahead and slap my Discord in the chat here. Feel free to join. Feel free to hang out there. But we'll catch you later. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next Monday. And actually, students, I will see you later this afternoon. Advanced class students, I'll see you later this afternoon. But for the stream, see you Monday. Bye, everyone. Bye.